Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today Dakota and I, we're going to tell you some ideas to how to spend your money for your hobby, photography, and to get more out of it. So let's start. Well, if we speak about this small animal, Dakota, well, actually, photography is the same. Unless someone gives you this small dog, okay, you have to first buy it, then maintain it would be vaccine and veterinary, and third, you will have the food so it can run and work and be alive. Okay, well, if we speak about cars, same thing. You buy a car, then you have insurance and mechanical maintenance, and third, you have the petrol to make it work. So in photography it works the same. So you're going to see how to spend this money or spread the money over the different parts to make most out of it. Okay, I cannot believe it. She tells me, you know that animal actors actually get paid? I say, what? Yeah, they get paid. I say, no, come on, you go on the seat and that's it. You don't get into any frame anymore. Enough spending on you, okay? I'm joking, obviously, okay? But in photography, that's the same thing, okay? It's important that you know in advance what you will need and how you will spend your money. Because many people, they just buy a camera and then after they're disappointed because they always feel they miss something and they cannot do what they wanted. It's important that photography adapts to your budget and not your budget to photography. So if you know exactly what you're going to have to pay for, it's a lot easier for you to choose the right thing at the right moment, okay? Obviously, the first purchase is your camera body and one lens, and that is actually the first third. So you think, oh, but I've got a 1,000 euro budget in total. Okay, so you have a budget for a 300 euros camera, not 1,000. But obviously, you don't need to spend all the 3/3 in the first week, maybe over a year, 2 years, or more, okay? So it means maybe you have just 1,000 euros right now, but over 2 years you have more. So it means your first part could be actually higher. But believe me, over a short period of time, or mid-range, maybe mid-term, I should say, long term, probably mid-term, you will spend 3 times what you spent on the first camera body and lens, no doubt, okay? So be prepared for that. So let's start with the first third. Actually, I said camera and first lens, but actually straight away you have more accessories that are going to come in this first third, which is tripod, probably flash, memory cards, battery, extra batteries, charger. Maybe your camera didn't come with a charger or come with a basic charger and you want to have a separate charger so you can keep shooting with the second battery while the first one is charging. Maybe flash stand, trigger for the flash, bag for your camera, backpack or whatever kind of bag, maybe a strap that is different from the one you got, filters, maybe filter holders, cleaning kits, LED lights, things like this. All this is going to come really soon with the first third. It means if you had like 600 euros for a camera, well, you soon getting into the 800 when you had all this, okay? But still, we're going to speak about the second and the third, okay? Second part, well, if we speak about film photography, that would be a different story, but I'm not going to speak about that. I'll speak about digital photography, okay? You are going to need to process your pictures. Even if you don't work with raw files, you will need something, okay? So it could be a computer, it could be a tablet, it could be a smartphone. I know some people who don't have the money for computer when they start and they edit and develop their RAW on a smartphone. It works for them, so nothing wrong with this. But you need to know that you will need something for that, okay? It can be Windows, can be Mac, it can be Android, whatever you want, or Linux, or whatever, okay? Or Linux, or use it Linux, doesn't matter, okay? Anything you want, but you will need something. Maybe you will need a card reader. I don't like to connect directly with USB cable to my camera. Well, I've explained it several times, but that's okay. So maybe you will need a card reader. You will also need to have some storage for your pictures. At least 2 copies. One you use and one as a backup that could be that should be somewhere else in case there is a fire in your house or a flood or whatever. Okay, You could also use a cloud to have all this in space, okay? So that's also a possibility, but you need some storage and several copies. Will you need a monitor for your computer? Because maybe the one you have is no good. You will need a specific monitor, or you use a laptop, but you want a larger monitor. You need to know that. You need something to calibrate it, to have the right colors, the right contrast, all this. You need to work on that. And you will need some software for your computer. It can be free, it can be the one you pay for, it depends. Darktable, for example, for developing RAW, you don't have to pay for it. But if you want to use Adobe Suite or whatever brand, there are several, you will need to pay for that. So it's important you evaluate this and the cost, okay? It's important. Then here I include the printing. Not many people actually print the pictures, but in case you would like to print, you need to know if you will buy a printer with the ink and all this you need, or if you will, use a lab that do it for you, okay? But the second part is so important. It cannot be neglected, because I see some people, they get a really great camera with high resolution files, all this, and their computer doesn't manage to develop the RAWs and things like this. You need to know that beforehand, okay? That's the second part, and it's not a small part. That's funny, but the third part is the one that most people forget most. First, if you want to properly use your camera, you need to learn how to use it. There are many ways. YouTube channel, for example, videos, workshops, books, seminars, long-term tuition, many options. But the more you know about photography and you know about theory and techniques, the better you will enjoy, the more you will enjoy your camera and your gear, but also the better you will be able to choose what gear is best for you. Very often people ask what could be my second lens. When they ask that, it means they don't know anything about photography. If you started to learn a bit, you know which lens you want to buy next. And the more you learn, the more you know, the better you spend your money on gear. Don't forget this. So this part, that is sometimes money, sometimes it's just time, but time is money, because while you learn and spend time on YouTube or wherever learning, you're not earning money somewhere else, okay? So that has a value, okay? That's not just, well, that was just time. If you go to a workshop, obviously you need to spend some money, okay? So that's really important, tuition. And in the third part, there is this point that is crazy, because for me this is the most important part. Probably you decided to buy a camera because this is what you wanted to do. Many people tell me, I want to do fauna, wildlife photography. Okay, they buy the gear, they buy the camera, they buy the lens, and they're really happy. And I say, what's about your lion pictures? Where are they? No, I didn't have enough money to go to Kenya or Botswana now anymore, okay? Because I spent all the money on the camera. But maybe you should have bought a bridge camera. Maybe the image quality is not as good, but you would have traveled and seen what you wanted to see, which were wild animals. Okay, so it's important. If you spend all the gear on this, all your money on this gear, and you don't have the rest of your budget for traveling, you have a problem. Or landscape. People say, I want to have great landscape, all this, and they live in the center of New York City. So unless you want a urbanscape, then you need some money to go out of the city, spend a weekend, maybe accommodation or petrol money or plane or whatever, okay? So don't forget this part. For me, this is the most important part, because this is likely to be the reason you decided to buy a camera. I would love to go to the such mountains and make pictures. I want a camera for that. So if you don't have the money anymore to go there, why did you buy the camera? And this is a part you should really care of, because it's really important. That this is the part that makes you enjoy photography more than anything else. So do you need to spend all of this on the first day? Obviously no. But what you need to do is to do the same exercise as I did to make this video. You make a list of what you want, what you need, what you think you will need, what you think you need already, the camera, the first lens, accessories you may need. What's about your, for example, I don't need a flash because that's not the kind of picture I want to do. Or maybe later, tripod right now, no, maybe later. Yeah, I need a bag right now, or an extra memory card, or an extra battery, whatever. Make an estimate of what you think you need now, and in time, yeah, over 2-3 years, yeah, definitely before a year I will buy a flash unit, okay? Or yeah, in about 6 months I will buy a tripod, whatever, okay? Try to estimate. Same thing with the processing gear, I would call it, okay? Is the computer I already have is fine? Yeah, that's okay. Do I need to buy a new computer, a new tablet, or whatever? Do I need some extra storage? Is what I have okay? Or should I buy a separate disk to have my pictures completely separated from my accountancy, for example, or whatever you have, okay? So think about all this. Do I buy a printer now, or more later, or never, okay? Try to estimate all this. Do I need to start my tuition right now, learn photography for free or paying or whatever? When, how much, for how long, all this. When will I travel to Kenya to make this picture I wanted to make, or to my parents' village that is 2,000 kilometers away, and have a look? And when? In a month's time, 6 months, 2 years, this photo trip I want to make, when, all this. Try to plan all this, not over 6 months, probably over 2 to 3 years, okay? But the good thing about doing this exercise is because you're going to be more tranquil. Many people, they always feel that they miss something. I miss this accessory, I miss this, I miss that. I cannot do anything without it. Why? Because they didn't plan. If you feel like, wow, it would be great to have a flash unit, okay? But you know you've planned it for in 3 months' time, okay? Relax. Well, 3 months is nothing. You make other kinds of picture in the meanwhile, okay? But you know that's okay because you've planned it. If you want to do this great trip, well, if you can afford it right now, no problem. But maybe if you've planned that in 2 years' time, you will have the gear you need, the knowledge you need, all this, well, you go easy on it, okay? You don't worry, you don't feel like you get frustrated because you think you haven't done the trip yet. You've planned it, okay? So try to plan your spending. That's really important to do this exercise, because that will help you spend your money better, not buy in a rush without thinking. Yeah, that will really help to spend on the right thing at the right moment for the best price you can, okay? Really important. Probably you can plan according also to best offers. Like right now, there's Black Friday coming. Maybe this is the right time to get some opportunities and get some gear, and later the tuition, because there's no Black Friday offer or whatever. Okay, try to plan it, but don't forget one thing. Think about it in 2 years' time, 3 years' time. Remember what I said. You will spend at least three times what you spend on your first camera body and first lens. In total, you will spend minimum 3 times this, okay? So this is important to analyze the market. When is it best time to buy, not just gear, but also maybe a trip, or a plane ticket, or hotel, whatever that is related to what you're going to do. And also a second hand sometimes, because not everyone is going to do like you, because you're going to do this list, right? Maybe. Yeah, you will, okay? Not everybody does this list. So sometimes they buy gear they don't actually need, and then they sell it secondhand for really cheap. So maybe there are some things that you actually do need, and this other guy didn't need it. He sells it really cheaper secondhand, okay? So check the attitude of the market, the situation, what the brands are doing, all this, to buy better and cheaper at the right moment, right time, okay? Maybe this Black Friday is better to buy a new camera, and maybe you will wait 6 months to buy the best plane ticket, okay? Whatever, okay? Check all this. I think you will realize that if you actually apply this to any activity in your life, that works the same way, okay? But my channel is about photography, so I'm not going to explain to you how or when to buy a car, okay? Or when to buy whatever for your house or whatever, okay? I speak about photography. So what you do in your house is not my business. Well, for photography, neither. Okay, actually, you spend the money the way you want. It's just an idea to help you decide better on how to spend your budget. Okay. So I hope you like the video. Thank you very much for watching it. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of mine on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc and Flashes by Westcott, more affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.